welcome to Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. We went to a village feast yesterday and it was great. There were singers, dancers and some classic cars, which I've took some reference of because I'm drawing a classic car at the moment, and blow me down if I didn't find the exact model I was looking for yesterday. So this is the car I'm looking at. Isn't it grand? It's brilliant. Great. So this week I am going to be finishing up this script that I've been doctoring for last week, and I've been thumbnailing it, and so far I'm happy with all the pages with the exception of page 2 and 3. Here's the problem I've got with page 2 and 3. It's a double page spread and it's a montage. So the idea is that we want to show something improving over a passage of time. Now in a film, in like Rocky, that's pretty obvious, You start off the montage with him sort of, I don't know, trying to catch a chicken in a little courtyard, or trying to hit a little punching bag with his left hand, and missing and then failing to catch a chicken. And then he shows some other things in it, drinking some eggs in a glass, something like hitting him with a medicine ball and all this sort of stuff. And then a bit of running and the Popeye next to him going, you need speed, Rocky. You get all that, right? And then towards the end of the montage, you find out you can actually do that thing with the punching bag, and then you can catch that chicken every time. And now he's pegging it down the middle of Philadelphia High Street. He's vaulting all of the benches. He's up the steps, and the kids are right behind him, which suggests to me the kids are as strong as Rocky. So I don't know what that proves, but yeah, they all love that. I think it's Philadelphia. Is it Philadelphia? I don't know. Answers below if I'm wrong. Yeah, but the whole point of the montage is by the end of the sequence, he's ready to rock and roll. He's ready to go in that ring and face, I don't know, it's Clubber Lang, I think? No, Apollo Creed? No, was it Dragon? One of those guys, right? One of those guys. Yeah, so he's going to face those guys. And he's ready by the end of the montage. You know that there's been a 6 to 8 week period of time where there's been some intensive training. And a montage works really well if you want to show that in a video. In comics, it's a bit difficult, I think. Here's a page right here. This is a one-page montage I did for Space Cops. Now there's video of me colouring this in. It was a real doozy to put together. And I'm using elements of the pictures to act as sort of borders, and I'm fading out bits as well, so it's all a bit dreamlike. And the whole point of this is we're showing that he's going to get up early in the morning, he's working late at night, there's lots of revisions and plans and talking to people and scientists, and look, this person's got a lab coat on and all this business. And then at the end, there's your space rocket right at the bottom. It kind of works. The thing is, you need to show that passage of time, and my budget only allowed me a page to show it in, so there we go. With this one, it's kind of strange. I've given myself 2 pages to show the passage of time, but now I've got the added problem of what's my reading order going to be? Am I going page down or side to side? If I'm going side to side, I've got an added problem of the page fold and the staples in the middle, because for me it's a big no, let's not do this by putting really important information in the centre of a double page spread. That to me is a bad idea. Let's not do that, because the pages don't always align properly, and if they don't align properly, or the page is sort of beveled down, if you just look at the page, it can be distorted, it won't look correct, it won't look right. So I would do anything but put information in the centre of a double page spread. I'm trying to think of other double page spreads where they do that, and I don't think they do. So I need to think about this. I also need to think of what I'm showing, because I've got a few ideas, a few things where you see the character starts off with a couple of bricks and he's playing with some bricks, and by the end of it he's built an elaborate staircase to get onto the kitchen counter to eat cookies. There's one where he's drawing with crayon on the wall, and eventually he's writing down some elaborate mathematical formula. I'm thinking one way is just solving hundreds and hundreds of Rubik's cubes, one after the other. Stuff like this. I just need to show a way this baby learned to walk early, learned to talk early-ish, but really good at solving problems and coming up with solutions. So I've got my own problem I need to come up with a solution for. So stay tuned. It should be fun. Alright, see you later. Bye. Okay. Well, it's Monday lunchtime. You'll notice I'm not on my desk and I'm not drawing. So what am I doing instead? Well, initially I said that it was raining on the way in, so it had been raining. Interesting thing about rain, it alerts you to problems you didn't know you had. Mainly with my shoes. It turned out got a bit of a hole in them. Didn't realise until I got out of my car, stepped in a puddle. It's not very often I check my shoes, check the soles, you know. Still, never mind. I've had them about a year. They cost me about a tenner. So, you know. Anyway, normal service will resume now. Welcome to Tuesday. So last night I did all my drawing for the day. And I did a lot of drawing. I started on page 2 and 3, the new layout of the thumbnails for the new story. This is with the second draft of this double page spread. It's tricky, but it's an important part of the story. It does a lot of the lifting, the heavy lifting for the story. It's 25% of the story. It's worth a redraft. And I'll put some pages up of the current story. Not all of them, just a few choice pages. So they might be out of order, and they'll certainly be out of context. So have a look. Here's a few pages. Okay. I also started to think about Inktober because there's only 20 days left in this month. So if you don't know, I'm planning on doing Inktober, the full Inktober challenge as a comic book, and I'm toying with the idea of doing a page per prompt, which means I'm going to have to work loose and simple. So I designed a very simple spaceman. Here's my spaceman. The idea for the story is going to be more sci-fi related. He's going to be exploring an alien planet. His ship has crash landed on this planet, and it gives us a chance to use these prompts as a jumping on point for story pages. The planet's going to be an ice planet, and everything is. I've sort of very roughly penciled out 4 pages on post-it notes of what I think the story could go, where the story could go. The problem I've got is day 5. The prompt is husky. Now, it's an alien planet, so I can't just draw a husky dog, but maybe I can draw an alien equivalent of a husky and a sled. You know, like a sled, or with dogs drawing it and pulling it, and that would work as the prompt, and that would also work with the setting of it being an ice type planet. So yeah, there's lots to think about here. So I'm thinking loose line art, flat colours, and mid-tone greys. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll speak to you later. Alright, bye. Okay, it's Wednesday. Last night I did more Inktober prep and just checked through my thumbnails. It's this project, the thumbnailing process for this particular script has taken quite a while. I think it's because there's a lot to get through. Essentially, it's an 8-page origin story, and so there's a lot of information to impart, a lot of setting up of stores and establishing character. And this is tricky, and a lot of rewriting and revision has gone into this second/third draft. Tonight I'm I'm going to a swanky do. Well, I say swanky do. I'm going to an event held for winners of a trophy. A few years ago, I won a trophy, won an award. It required us to be presented with like a fancy trophy. We have our name all inscribed in the little plinth at the bottom. And previous winners have been invited back tonight for a special presentation. I don't know what it's going to entail, but that should be quite interesting. Yeah, interesting stuff. Anyway, that's enough for now. Today, let's just do some more Inktober prep and send a few emails off. Busy times. Alright, see you later. Bye. Hi, it's Thursday. So, last night, I sent off the script to edit to Lee, and I got a message back really quickly from him, generally good positive message, which is good. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when you're editing someone else's script. You don't want to go wading in there with your size 9s, but the script needed some revision, and we've done that. And Lee will probably revise it a little bit more, and happy days. I also wrote a one-page script for a upcoming comic jam I'm hoping to be part of, so we'll see how that goes. Last night I went to the presentation, and I won a little award. It's a little trophy to commemorate the fact that I'd won this trophy back in 2015. And let's take a look at these trophies, shall we? So yeah, I won this award, the original trophy, back in 2015, but it's a great big thing and it gets handed around, so this is like a keepsake for everyone that's won it so far. At that presentation, I found out that we've got two new posters to do for upcoming productions at the Amateur Dramatics Group. So next up I've got to do Snow White, and then there's a play in the new year called Cheshire Cats, that's it. So I'm going to make a start on those, but I've also got the day-to-day work at the side hustle. The game that I'm working on is nearing completion. It's a busy time of year. This is the busy time of year because we're getting our game ready to ship. Shipping the game comes out beginning of November, so this is like the very stressful time for us. So yeah, busy time, lots going on, but we shall endure. Right, let's go and get started at work. Right, see you later. Bye. It's Friday. Another week done. Chalk it down. Another week done. Another 5 days at the grind. Today was a very busy day in the office. So much so I worked through my lunch break. Didn't really get any comics work done at all. I did a tiny bit of Inktober prep, and that's it really. Yeah, that's the week. Anyway, join me next week. We're going to have some fun and games. I'm sure it's going to be fun. I'm sure lots going on. Alright, have a good weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're still subscribed and rock the bell for notifications. Okay, bye bye now.